we bring the conversation home to Nigeria as all is not well in Port Harcourt, the River State capital, as we speak. This morning, some members of the People's Democratic Party in the state barricaded all entrances leading into the INEC office in the state capital. Their grouse being that the electoral umpire must present certified true copies of the governorship election results to all political parties. The party's governorship candidate, who walked meters with his security details to access the INEC office in Port Harcourt, was vehemently rebuffed by the crowd of PDP supporters who pelted him with bottles of water and sachets. He was forced to beat a hasty retreat before being manhandled. There was shooting by security operatives to stave away the already tempered crowd. Arise correspondent Andy Omano is live in the River State capital, Port Harcourt, and now joins us for the situation report. Hello, Andy. Can you lead us into the situation in the state currently?
Thank you so much, Cynthia. It's been a very Herculean task since this morning here in Port Harcourt, the River State capital. Precisely, GRO, if there's one who is very conversant with Port Harcourt, GRO is in Aba Road. Aba Road, GRO is very close to INEC state office in Aba Road. As early as 8:30 to 9 this morning, supporters of the PDP barricaded all entrances leading into the electoral umpire's office. Like rightly read in your intro, their grounds is that the electoral umpire must not present the certified true copy of the last March 18th governorship election held in Rivers State only to the APC. That should the electoral umpire want to do a thing like that, every other political party should be invited to get the certified copy of the electoral results. Recall just last week, Friday, the governorship candidate of the All Progressives Congress, architect Tonye Cole, stormed the electoral umpire office where he spoke with the resident electoral commissioner on phone, and he did promise that he was going to make the copies of the elections results available to the governorship candidate of the party and other members of his party. Probably that is what made PDP to take this move. Curiously, I must say, the entrances to the INEC main office are some distances away from the facility itself. And so, talks are already wagging that if this was to be, why not barricade the INEC office instead of all entrances leading into it, thereby creating serious traffic gridlock in Port Harcourt for the past 2 to 3 hours right now as we speak. But of course, the APC governorship candidate, having seen the situation, decided to park a very long meters away and walked towards one of the entrances with his security details and a few party members. But he was not allowed access into the place. It was turning into something else, and he needed to just beat a hasty retreat. While he was doing that, bottles of pure water sachet were used to pet him, as it were, but he succeeded in leaving the spot. As he was leaving the spot, the crowd here, I must say, Cynthia, was getting more restive, and it forced security operatives who were on the scene, I should say, to start releasing some shots of the guns and tear gas canisters. I must report to you that we've been swimming in tear gas since the past 1 hour. But of course, the job has to be done. Having gotten that particular treatment, what we thought was, okay, let's try and get to the APC governorship candidate wherever he is so that we can get his own side, having been treated, having experienced what happened. We got information he was at the secretariat. We headed to the secretariat somewhere in Old GRA, but on our way there again, we met a group of other PDP supporters, this time aided by OSPAC members, that is a local security outfit here. They were ably led by one of the local government chairmen, and as we were trying to make our way through, we saw another band of police officers got into the scene and they dispersed them. And so we've not been able to access the APC secretariat we've been trying to do for the past 45 minutes. We have to come here. If you look behind me, the street is very, very lonely. This is a safe haven where we can do this life. That is why we are here. Ordinarily, we're supposed to be taking our life in the scene of the event. Cynthia.
Andy, thank you so much. And of course, thank you also for explaining why you're not at the scene. Safety first, that is crucial. But I'd just like to, based on what you observed, would you say the response rate of the security operatives was timely by the time all this ruckus started?
Well, Cynthia, the security officers were already on ground as at when the PDP supporters gathered at one of the entrances leading to the electoral umpire's office. They were already on ground. It was when the APC governorship candidate, Tonye Cole, approached that particular entrance, and the PDP supporters were getting restive and telling him, go back, you will not go to anywhere. And there was, of course, his security operatives needed to provide some sort of cover for him. And so they were doing everything for some of these restive supporters of the PDP not to get to their principal. That was when those gunshots were released sporadically. In fact, there was sporadic shooting for almost 5 to 10 minutes at the GRA spot of where that transpired before we were able to make our way out of the place. Security operatives were on ground. It's not as if they were invited to come because of the face-off.
Thank you, Andy. Now, Vimbai here, I'd just like to clarify. I know you've said that you've spent the past 45 minutes trying to access the APC Secretariat without luck. Is there any news or update as to the condition of the APC governorship candidate, that's Tonye Cole, after being manhandled and after all that he suffered? Is he in good health and good condition?
He was ferried. I think that is the right word to use. He was ferried out of the scene. I think nothing got to him, but he was hastily ferried out of that particular scene. And we got information from APC Secretariat that as we speak, because where we are doing the stand-up now is about 5-7 minutes drive from the APC Secretariat here in New GRA, Port Harcourt, that the APC governorship candidate and the chairman of the party, Emeka Beke, are in the Secretariat. But both entrances leading into the Secretariat have been barricaded by men of the Nigeria police.
Thank you so much, Andy Omano, Arise correspondent. Please be well, and thank you for bringing us that update in spite of the situation at the moment.